All right, Coach, autumn in full swing, and it is decently chilly, but all in all, a pleasant day here at FedEx Field just outside of the District of Columbia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in, this is 3rd and 2. He's got his man, this is Dodson. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. It's hauled in by Dodson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
90. Double time. 3 down. 3 down. Shoot. 40. Check that, 91.
On first down, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 0-0-0. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go double count right here, double count.
To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now it's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go now. Sam Reed. 54, 93, 22. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now Haskins on first down. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
54.
Haskins on third down. He'll buy some time right. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And I think the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Check.
Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Whitney merciless in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check.
Here's Haskins to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on second and 10. Haskins. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Check. Zebra.
SOS.
Good. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
Go, guys. 4 down. Back. 19.
Now Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. A deep ball for Dotson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Watch time, watch time.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half.
27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 37-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, check. Check.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Begin. 19. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. One flip. Good job right there. Off.
Throwing is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's get in home. Go 14. We got three, fellas. We got three. Check 91.
Again, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 32-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What? 380! 56 at the mark. Okay, double up. Watch the shit. Hey. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
It's complete to Lockett. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Go.
Here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
Alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And Walker has it. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Myers' kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. It's hauled in by Doxson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. Third down. Here's Haskins. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'll go special.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Wilson now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
Watch out. Got it. Clear.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
280. 12. Spawn. No. 36 power. Check 50. Get ready. Check 99. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. I'll go special.
On first down, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, where they put their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3. Hey, 0. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Exit. 91 is the mic. Get in the weight room. Check. Lucky.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Back to you. Booster team. 91 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, what's off? Check 91. 91 is the mic. No pass. Let's go. 40. Let's go. You tighten up. 91 is the mic. Come on. Watch it. Let's go.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Green 80.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's caught by Penning. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
14. 56. Month 56. All day, every day, any day. 56. Alert. Check 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Come on, fellas.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Haskins to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
On 2nd down now. It's Love, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
57 the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Josh Doctson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Switch.
On 2nd down, Love. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Check. Watch 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
This is Geis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
At the 45-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly what the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Coming to you.
They'll run with Geis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll roll him out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Line 54.
Geis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Get this one, son.
They'll run on first down. Love. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Who that? Check. Crunch.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.